Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's been a while since I did a YouTube knife video. Actually, earlier this week I was talking to Blade Ramble, and he kind of politely told me that I should get off my ass and make a knife video. So here it is for you. This is my knife collection as of right now. So let's start with the knife that got me my first knife, and this is a little buck folder that my dad carried for, gosh, probably decades. It's obviously very simple. It's just a nice little pocket knife, and so my dad gave that to me, I guess, when I was like about 12, I think, 12 or 13. Still have it, carry it every now and then, but mainly it's just a nice piece I like to keep around. And then I recently got one of these little guys. I'm very unfamiliar with slip joint terminology. I know this is 3-bladed. I don't know if that means it's a stockman or if a trapper. I really have no idea. But it's a cool little buck knife, kind of in the same vein as that first one I had. So now I have these several Swiss Army knives. This is the Super Tinker, compact, and this is like the Boy Scout one. I'm not sure. Might be like a Spartan or something like that. This is cool. This one actually was given to me by my cousin. She went over to Switzerland a few years ago, probably a lot more than a few years ago now, and she knew I was into knives, so she got me one right from Switzerland. That was really cool. And then probably actually my newest knife, which is this Case Copper Lock in blue jig bone, which I absolutely love. Carried this a couple of times with dress pants, and it's perfect. I really enjoy it. So then let's go on to this next guy. This is my only Benchmade, which is the NRA stamped Osborne designed Groucho. Let's see if we can get that NRA logo. It's a pretty cool design, kind of like a recurve tanto with a full size like 2+2 style handle. I like it. I don't actually use it very much, but I just kind of mess around with it, play with it, like the axis lock mechanism, stuff like that. Then let's move on to my Spydercos. So I have a green FFG Endura and matching Delica, and these are primarily my kitchen knives. So these are, I mean, great knives. They're super thin, you know, full flat ground, so they cut through stuff really well. And as a grad student on a budget, I mean, both of these you can have them for what, I don't know, probably under $100, and they pretty much do everything I need to do in the kitchen. So let's jump over to, let's see what's next. We'll go to this balisong. So this is a cool little balisong. It's a Pacific Cutlery knife. So before Benchmade was Benchmade, they were Pacific Cutlery, and they still had this butterfly logo. Yeah, it's not focusing so well, but I think you get the idea. This is the Model 10. The tip's kind of been busted off of it, but it's a cool knife. Another different cousin gave this one to me. Again, probably like a decade ago, maybe. It was kind of just sitting in his garage. He didn't know what it was, and he just was like, "Yeah, you're into knives. You can have this." So this is a cool little piece to have. Don't really flip much, but you know, again, it's just something I kind of tinker with. So let's go to the Lambert designs. So this one is a custom Kirby Lambert Inferno with carbon fiber bolsters and, let me get this right, unidirectional carbon fiber handle. And this one has the USN logo in it. He made this special for G1, and of course his awesome recurves. I really enjoy those. You know, I think he does recurves just pretty much the best in the business. So I have this, and I have the Meyer co-production, which is called the Shockwave. Again, it has carbon fiber bolsters, and this actually is a G10. Again, cool recurve, and you can tell the the weight between these two is completely different. This is so much heavier than you would expect it to be. This is much lighter and much more comfortable to carry. This is just something I just use around my apartment. I don't actually carry this out because I just usually carry my Inferno. Then we'll go into my Reeve. I've been carrying this a lot lately. It's Chris Reeve. What more can you say about it? It's classic type of knife that everyone usually almost every knife collector has one, or they want one, or something like that. But it's a great knife, and I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you that. And I have one multi-tool. I've had it for 7 years now. It's a Leatherman Blast, and it's awesome. It does everything I need it to do, no more, no less. And like I said, I've had it for 7 years, and it's worked perfectly for me. Leatherman Blast. So I guess we'll go on to the Jaris knives. Oh, actually I forgot about this little guy here. This little K-bar. Oops, I can't get it even out of the sheath right now. There it is. What is this? TDI? Something like that? One of those little K-bar boot knife kind of things, which is just neat to have. Alright, so now we'll get into my Jaris knives. So this is his mini Tonto with an acid etch, which is a cool little knife. I carry these minis in my my coin pocket or whatever you call the fifth pocket on jeans. This is one of the first ones he did. Completely it just has the heat treat finish, ground, no logo on it. Has a Conceal-X sheath compared to the Kydex sheath, so it's pretty old. And this is the first batch of DLC mini that he did. He sent me this one, which is a drop point mini. And then a one-off that he's never done since is this is kind of hard to get out. This is just a little one-off piece with a carbon Damascus blade and F16 brake rotor handle scale. So this is literally from the brake rotor of an F16 jet. That's super cool. So you can see his. Oh no, you can't see his logo. But so there's one down there. But this is super comfortable. So you get pretty much a full three finger grip, and your thumb goes on the spine right here, and it slices like a dream. You just gotta watch. Let's actually see some little rust there. I'll shoot that with some oil before I put it away. So I think those are all of the small Jaris knives. Let me go into the hunters. So I have Tonto Hunter and the matching drop point Hunter. Only two in existence. The only two in existence. And I have both of them, the drop point and the Tonto. The drop point has like a micarta handle, and the Tonto has a kind of marbleized carbon fiber. You can see the liners are blue and purple, blue and yellow, excuse me, which is very cool. These are super comfortable. I don't know if you've seen these before, but you can see how the hand just fits in here perfectly, and it's super comfortable to carry like that. So now I'll move on to the Scouts. So these are all Jaris knives, like I said, but if you're not familiar with Jaris knives, I'll put a link in the description down there to his YouTube channel. His name is Jesse Jaris. He's doing some awesome stuff, as we'll see later on. So these are all some of his early knives before he got super good. But here is his Scout model. You can see his logo there. And again, this fits very comfortably. All of Jesse's knives are very comfortable. He works very hard to get extremely comfortable great ergo type knives. And this is, I mean, he intends this for kind of like a camp knife. But what I find using it for is a kitchen knife. So I use this in combination with my Spydercos and that knife right over there, which I'll be showing you next. And it's excuse me, it cuts extremely well. Even cuts better than the Spydercos, I think. So then this one is a collaboration between Jesse and myself. This thing is probably 2 or 3 years old now. But it was my design, and I sent it to Jesse, and he made it for me. Let me see if I can see what year it was made. It's etched on here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Let's see, 2011. Okay. And I guess I'm biased because I made this so it fit my hands the best, but it's a super comfortable knife. Great for chopping. Actually, I use this a lot for cutting vegetables and onions and that kind of stuff. So I have to splice this in because I was watching the video back and I realized I never talked about this guy, which is the Jaris 75. This is one of a couple of folding designs that he has, and it's a 3-inch blade. It's a great little EDC knife. This one is in black micarta, super glossy finish, but it locks really well into the hand. It has polished flats and a real high finish on the actual grind, and then a mirror polished edge. It's a great knife, and Jesse's work has only gotten better since he made this. His work now is out of this world. So that leaves us with one category of knives left, which are the Emersons. So I have 2 Ferk jobs here. This one is a Ferk job, and then I worked on it because I thought it was too slick. So I just drilled in these dimples in the G10, and it needs to be soaked again. So these are, you can see like the white stuff because from when I ground down into it. But if you use vegetable oil, it actually soaks into the G10 and makes it all black. So I need to do that again. But this is a CQC 14, completely blacked out, all black hardware. And this had contoured handles, but it was so slick that I wanted to just add a little traction to it. So it's one Ferk knife, and the other Ferk knife is this one. It's a Horseman. Got the frame lock conversion, the Yunzanso patterning on the G10, some steel flame bling. Got the Crusader cross clip, and the knurled Grizz thumb stud. And this is super comfortable. I really enjoy this one. This one is probably up there with my Chris Reeve as far as, you know, smooth as butter knives. Just another awesome one. So then we'll go on to actually a Jaris pimped CQC7. So he did the regrind, made it into a Warncliffe, which I think is just so cool. There's no Emerson Warncliffes, so this is kind of you know, just a little, have some fun with it. And then he put on here like a maroon micarta handle. Peat gray, blue anodized thumb stud. Just so cool, I think. And then we have another pimped 7. This was done a long time ago by a guy named The Sun. He was on the USN for a while. He polished off the flats here and the swedge, as well as the back and the spine, and just left the black on the logo here. Did some textures and patterning on the G10. This was actually my first Emerson. I bought it on eBay for $50 because the guy had freaked up the edge so bad that it was pretty much unusable. So I sent it back to the Emersons. They ground it back properly, and then I sent it off to be pimped because the guy just really screwed up the edge. He tried to grind it himself with like a grinder, and ugh, it looked terrible. And then here's my real workhorse. This is a fully stock CQC7, and it's got you know, it's been used quite a lot. It's also, I've actually had to send it back to get a new lock bar at one point because I was just beating on it so much that you know, you do stuff sometimes. You do stuff that you shouldn't do to a folding knife. And I mean, it took it. You got a new lock bar because it was kind of getting weak, and sent it back, and now it's fully functioning again. I really like this knife. The CQC7 is the first knife that got me really into Emerson's, and I think if I had to sell all my knives, I think this is the one I would keep. So then we're going to move on to the CQC22s. This is the production version of the CQC22. These came with the Spikes Tactical CQC22 rifle, chambered in either 22 long rifle or 223, depending on what you purchased. But this is a cool piece. Only can get them through Spikes Tactical. You can't buy them anymore. They're all out, but they were only packaged with the rifles. Super cool, super ergonomic. And then this is the prototype CQC22. So again, we see the Spikes Tactical logo, that Spyder logo. The word prototype. And like all CQC or all Emerson prototypes, has the G10. This one's new, or not new, but it's unique, and it has these standoffs instead of the typical backspacer. So it's 2003. Well, it's April 2003 as I record this, and they're just starting to come out with the Mini Commander and Roadhouse with standoffs. So I think I had one of the first ones they ever put standoffs on. You know what? They also put standoffs on the Gathering Black CQC6s. So that's kind of unique. But yeah, it's a cool Bowie design. I can see this one is a little imperfect because the grind is actually like this, if you can see. But that's it. I used to have a fully custom bolstered CQC22, but I sold that, and I sold my CQC6. I'm not going to get any more knives with them, but I need to put money away. Just about, you know, just trying to be responsible and not having all my money tied up in knives. But other than that, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, it's what, like 17, 16 minutes. Thanks for watching. Maybe you deserve a little like down here. Maybe toss a little like down there. I appreciate it. I like seeing those thumbs up. It makes me smile. But other than that, thanks for watching. As always, be dressed to play and geared to slaughter. See ya.